And there's a nut, a lock washer, and a flat washer on here. And it looks like they're using a flat washer on the outside too. So we'll put that all together. Put it in there. Okay, now that's gone. I use the so you see this is marred. So I want to go ahead and try to get this apart. So we'll come over here to the vise. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll close the vise enough. I'm not going to close it on the rod because I don't want to mar the rod any more than it is. But close it enough just so the set screw rests on it. And then ideally I would have a punch to punch it down, but I don't have a punch that small. And probably going to break free, and then I'm going to lose the rod. Okay, it's kind of tight in there. Maybe we'll try to work it out through the other side. Okay, I got it out through the other side. So, if there's anything you learn from this video, it's to... Let me reposition this. If there's anything you take away from this video, it's to take your time doing stuff and don't use grunt force, because when you use grunt force, that's how you break stuff. Okay, I could take this apart. Should I go ahead and take it apart? Yeah, maybe I'll go ahead and take it apart. Hopefully this rod will come out easy. This one, dirt is keeping it, but this side is cleaner, so let me loosen up this side. Yep. So that came out. Should I go ahead and try to take this off on here? Okay, so this is the same thing. Since there's dirt on this side, if I tap it from this side, maybe it'll come out better. So, okay, just put it there, and I'm not tapping hard, just tapping very lightly, and there it came out. Want to make it all the way through? I think this one's just being held up by dirt. There we go. And there we go. Like I said, just take your time. Okay, since I already took that one screw off here, I'll take this other one off. So I have the, let me make sure I don't lose any tools. I can put the punch up. And like I said earlier, if you can, you always want to focus on wrenching the nut side. And this one must have grit on it. Maybe that's fighting me the whole entire way. And there we go. Okay. So what do you think? You think this is going to be any easier? Nope, man, this set screw is on the verge of stripping out. Uh-oh, I hope, I want to be upset if this 80 Musics causes my video to get flagged. So, since I'm going to take this off anyway, I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, I'm off camera. There we go. So I guess I'm going to continuing to ramble just to ensure that. Okay, so this side is, this must have been taken off before because this side is missing the lock washer and the flat washer. So I guess you know, you just want to try to keep everything the same. I guess it's not that big of a difference. But the thing about it is that these bots, and one thing I'm learning about Pasquale now that I'm actually running them, is that these bots have a lot of vibration. So anything that can loosen up will loosen up. Okay, so I got the pin out. Let me make sure I'm in camera here. Let me loosen up this set screw. And let's see. I'm going to have to tap it again. So, like I said, I'm just going to continue to try to talk because I guess my neighbor decided to have an 80s Saturday day. So there's little taps. And actually, so the proper hammer to use this, if I had the proper hammer, would be a brass hammer. Because brass would deform and maul before the steel rod. But you know, I'm just a hobbyist, so if I continually think I'm going to be doing that kind of stuff, I would invest in a brass hammer. So. Okay, so we're gonna go and try to take this off. This set screw loosen up quickly. That removed good. And remove this pin. And there we go. That, you see, none of that was mauled or damaged, so I was able to get the collar right off. And I'm gonna go and take this L bracket off. And you know, I was deciding on whether I should wear my mic or not, but I didn't want to risk the battery going dead and losing my audio. I don't know if it would make a difference on picking up. Now this side has all the proper hardware. So this part is a part that during normal operation, normal service, you would never take off. So it makes me wonder if it left the manufacturer like that, or if someone did during the process take it off. Okay, we'll take off this actuator. Take the pin out. And it's good to note that they're using brass washers as spacers for the clevis on the mouth lever there. And we'll go ahead and take this back pin out. And there, it's off. We'll focus on these actuators at a separate step. So now I could probably get away with cleaning this without taking all this off, but the thing is, I kind of want to be careful of how I'm exposing the steel parts to water when I'm cleaning. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. So the only bad part is that, let's see here. Oh no, I was going to say the only bad part is this might be, there might be so much dirt in here it won't let the set screw come out. Okay, against my better judgment, I'm going to take the set screw completely out and just put it in this tray. So, okay, the set screws are. Oh, I dropped that one. Luckily, it didn't fall through the cracks in the workbench. Okay, so theoretically, with the set screws out, this should punch out real easy. So, okay, now you want to be mindful when you're punching. Obviously, this should punch out real easy, but if I would just take the punch and start punching it here, I'm going to put stress on these ears, I guess we're going to call it, and this weld joint, and it could shift it could bend it down. So you just always want to be mindful. So really what I want to do is I want to try to get something underneath this lever right here. And so when I'm punching it out. So if I had like a little piece, oh look, I have these extra, oh you know what? This might work perfectly. I have these extra, these are 3D printed brackets that I printed out for when I installed LED lights under my carport. And I'm hoping that I won't, and we want to try to, oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should do. I'm banking though that there's not going to be a whole lot of pressure on this. So I'm going to take a pin. I'm hoping it'll just be easy taps. Yep, I was right. It's easy taps and it's coming out. Little pressure there. Let me double check. Yep, I'm just double checking, making sure there's no set screws on the actual mouth lever part. Okay. So really, let's see, several ways I can do that. Kind of jammed up here. So I can try to work it back through the mouth lever again, the other way. Or, let's see, how can I do this? Or I can try to, I can either put a towel around this, because I don't want to mar up this surface, since this, so if I take channel locks, you see, if I put channel locks directly on that round stock, it'll mar it up. I'm just going to go and okay, so I'm putting pressure on here and I'm swiveling it on here to lessen my chances of marring up this rod. Okay, it's important to note that there's a washer and a little spacer there, brass washer on both sides. So throw that in there. And as you can see, I didn't mar it up at all. You can still see the set screw. Look, there's a set screw there, set screw there. So that tells me this rod has been out at some point. Either that or it loosened up and they retightened it. There's 3 set screw marks on it. And then we got the mouth lever off. And then just to finish things off, we'll take this mount for the mouth actuator off. So let's go ahead and we don't need this anymore, we don't need this, and we don't need the channel lock, so we'll do a tool management. And I believe that's a 7/16. Is it 7/16? No, it's 1/2 inch. Oh, it is 7/16. It's just a little tight. Okay, so do the same thing. Hopefully 1/4 inch drive is enough to do the job. And I thought we might have needed a deep weld, but we don't. And remember, like I said before, whenever possible, you want to wrench it on the nut side. So we're going to put this in. Wrench it on the nut side. Okay. Keep all the hardware together. And you know, it's kind of funny, my neighbors never play music like that, and then the one time I want to film and I could get a copyright strike, they play music. Hopefully it's not picking up real bad. I don't see it being picked up on the meter of the camera. Okay, we are totally stripped down. We got aluminum frame, mouth lever, all the parts are in there, with the exception of the 3 actuators and the eyes and eyelids. So put the tools up and we'll go and start cleaning this off. Okay, I lied. I'm going to go ahead and take this middle aluminum rod out before I clean it, since I'm going to replace it anyway since it's worn down. And now they're playing Aerosmith, and I've listened to way too much Aerosmith than I've ever needed to. So I'm going to take this set screw all the way out, and like I said before, against my better judgment, I'm going to put it there. And it should be free. Oh, unless... Nope, there's a hole there, but there's no set screw there. Just tap it a little bit. So another thing I can do is I can kind of make a makeshift press using a socket. So this is I'll use a 9 32 since I hardly use that. And this is probably something you shouldn't be doing. And then you take a channel locks and press it, and it is moving. Uh-oh. Look, they use little piece of that hard air tubing as a spacer. And actually, since I'm not reusing this aluminum rod, I don't care about marring it up, so I can just grab it with my channel locks now. Try to twist it out. Then only problem is I marred it up, so I can't push it back through that way. And this is going to turn out to be a lot harder than I originally thought. So, okay, we'll bring it over to the vise. And we can go like that. The only problem is I need an extra hand. But hopefully it'll just be not that much pressure. And if I had something, maybe this towel or just to hold the back side up. There we go. Okay, it's going. It's just taking my time. Little tap at a time. Yeah, I don't want to jam it sideways, but hopefully that is enough out that I can grab it. See how soft this aluminum is? And hopefully I can wiggle it out. You see, it's just this aluminum's extremely soft. I'm marring the crap out of it. Yeah, I think this aluminum's way softer than the actual aluminum they used for Okay, so I got jammed up again. I want to hit it like this. Let me see if it's coming out some. Okay. Okay, and it's out. So let me show you that. This is an extreme, since this aluminum was real soft, this is an extreme example of damaging parts, taking it out. But you could do the steel round stock, you can do the same thing to that if you're not careful. So you see, I utterly destroyed this, but I did that knowing that I still have this aluminum stock from when I did Pasquale. Okay, so now I'm serious. We're gonna go and wash up the frame.